Is wholesaling real estate a scam? Let's get into it. What's going on, everybody? It's Jamel Gibbs, your family-oriented entrepreneur. In today's video, what I want to do is debunk some of the misconceptions when it comes to wholesaling real estate. So first and foremost, is wholesaling real estate illegal? The simplest answer to that is no. Now, with that being said, there are 4 different areas that regulate wholesaling. We have 3 states and 1 city. The 3 states are Illinois, Louisiana, and Oregon. The 1 city is Philadelphia. And in fact, I've done an in-depth video on the city of Philadelphia and how they started regulating wholesaling that I'll link up at the top for you that you can check out right after you watch this video. In short, the city of Philadelphia is requiring you to have a license to operate as a wholesaler, just like the state of Illinois. Now, as far as Oregon and Louisiana, they placed restrictions on it as well. So it is regulated in these particular areas. It's not illegal, it's just regulated. Now, an additional area, an additional city that regulated not the act of wholesaling, but the way people market to motivated sellers is the city of Atlanta. Now in Atlanta, if you market to a property owner more than 1 time over a course of 6 months, then you can get fined for marketing to that particular property owner. So the way you market for wholesale deals, the way you market your real estate business in the city of Atlanta is regulated, but not the act of wholesaling itself. So is wholesaling real estate a scam? Well, let's look at the definition of a scam together. It's a fraudulent or deceptive act or operation. So let me give you an example. If you're a wholesaler and you're talking to a person who wants to sell their house, they need to get out as quickly as possible and they're willing to sell at a discounted price, and you negotiate a price that's suitable for you and the seller, and you decide that you want the deal, but you go ahead and you start marketing their house without the contract, then you're operating from a fraudulent standpoint. Or on the flip side of that, let's say you do have a contract on a property and you find a cash buyer that's willing to purchase that contract from you, and you take an earnest money deposit and you decide to sign a contract with that cash buyer, but then there's another buyer that comes along and you collect an earnest money deposit from them, and then you collect from someone else. Now you're operating as a scam. Once you collect an earnest money deposit from a buyer, you should not collect earnest money from other buyers, because now you have a solid deal on this one. There's a fine line that you definitely don't want to step on or step over when it comes to operating your business. You want to be above board with everything, and you want to communicate everything so that every party involved in the transaction knows exactly what's going to happen next. And don't take money from somebody if you don't intentionally want to sell the property to them. Next common question that comes up a lot is real estate investors or wholesalers are stealing equity from homeowners. Now, is that really the case? Well, let's look at it from a logical standpoint. Let's say I wanted to purchase a new vehicle. I wanted to purchase a new car, right? And I go down to the car dealership. You have 2 different buildings. You have a new car dealership and you have a used car dealership. The new car dealership might be higher in price for a similar vehicle. The used car dealership might have one that's 1 year older and runs perfectly fine. Am I going to pay the same price for a used vehicle that I would for a new vehicle? The answer is absolutely not. When you're looking at real estate, am I going to pay the same amount of money for a house that needs a tremendous amount of work that I would for a house that doesn't need any work? The answer is no. If I know I'm buying this property and I'm gonna have to put work into this property, then fair market value for that property is what I determine that price to be. Versus buying a house that doesn't need any work, chances are I'm gonna pay top dollar. On the flip side of that, it's up to the seller if they want to accept the offer or not. So you're not twisting anybody's arm. You're not forcing anybody to accept your offer. If the seller is agreeable to accept your offer and they know they have other options out there that they can go to in order to be able to sell their property for more money, then I don't see anything wrong with you negotiating a lower price. You're not stealing equity when you're operating as a wholesaler or real estate investor in general. Next question. Is wholesaling real estate a get-rich-quick scheme? The people who say that don't understand the amount of work that goes into wholesaling real estate. It can literally take months to get a deal. Wholesaling real estate takes a tremendous amount of work. Sometimes it takes a tremendous amount of time to get it right. Now, for some people, yes, you can get paid really quickly, but majority of people don't have certain skill sets. They got to learn these skill sets. And as you get better at developing skills, that's how you become better at getting paid a lot quicker as a real estate investor. So that leads me to this question. Are real estate gurus scammers for teaching wholesaling? The simple answer to that is no. Now, I don't consider myself to be a real estate guru. I've been educating real estate investors for 15 years. I've been investing in real estate for 20 years. I do have courses. I do have coaching programs and things like that we provide as a service. When we're looking at it from a bird's eye view and we're looking at all of the real estate gurus out there teaching people on YouTube, teaching people on Instagram, teaching people on Facebook and other social platforms, TikTok, think about it like this. When I first started investing in real estate, information wasn't readily available like it is today. Today, with the power of social media, we have a lot of people that think everything is a scam. And unfortunately, the people that think everything is a scam are usually broke. The reason why they're broke is because they're pessimistic. They don't look at the glasses half full, they look at the glasses half empty. And when you look at the glass as half empty on everything, and you question everything, and you haven't tried it out for yourself, then chances are you're not going to put yourself in a position that's going to allow you to make the kind of money in abundance that you could make if you were more optimistic in your life or your business in general. So when it comes to the question, if real estate gurus are a scam, I want you to remember that real estate gurus don't have to provide you with any information. I've seen people provide free information on YouTube and they don't ever sell a course. They don't ever sell a coaching program or anything like that. And they've been considered scammers. How can they be scammers if they're trying to provide you with information that's going to help you better yourself? Think about it like this. Most people who go to college, pretty much everybody who goes to college has to pay for it. Do you look at college as a scam? And really, college can be considered the biggest scam because what you're going to do is pay tons of money to go to college, which is ultimately going to teach you how to go ahead and work for somebody else rather than work for yourself. Versus a real estate guru or real estate educator, they're going to teach you how to create a business for yourself. Now, will it cost you sometimes? Absolutely. But that doesn't necessarily make their services a scam. People pay for speed. People pay for implementation, and people will pay in order to be able to skip the learning curve. And that's exactly what you pay real estate gurus for. They're looking to have you invest in order to buy their time. Their time is precious because they're taking time away from their families so that they can help you be able to do the same thing. And the answer to that question is almost always going to be a no, given the people that I do know in this industry. And yes, there are some bad apples out there. I'm not talking about the bad apples. I'm talking about the people who really care about your education. But just remember, it's up to you to put in the work. Don't rely on other people. Use them to be able to get the resources you need to be able to change your life. So when it comes to the question, is wholesaling real estate a scam? The answer is absolutely not. What you want to do is make sure you use an attorney or title company to close all your deals, to make sure everything is done above board, and you'll be able to operate your business effectively and safely as a real estate investor. I hope you found value in this video today. I'll see you guys on the next one.